can still want more money and be internally wired to resist it.
Oh, yeah.
That's what makes money blocks so confusing. On the surface, you want growth, support, abundance, and ease. But underneath, those old beliefs can still be telling your body money means pressure, guilt, judgment, disconnection. So the issue is not always the lack of desire, it is sometimes the old meaning that has never been questioned deeply enough.
Welcome, everyone. Today we're going a lot deeper into the beliefs that block money because this is where how your money shows up in your life today. And hopefully by the end of this episode, you'll understand where your money beliefs come from, how they shape your adult behavior, and why they may be hard to release, and how to begin to transform that into a more positive, constructive belief system.
Yeah. So, what money beliefs really are? When we talk about them, they're beliefs blocking money flow. We're not talking about the conscious thoughts we have, like, I want more money, I need to budget better. We're talking about the deeper conclusions that the mind
Mhm.
and the body make over time. So, a money belief is a meaning that you've attached to money, not from just what money is, but what money means. Does it mean freedom, pressure, safety, burden, love, conflict, control, power, rejection? Oh my gosh, there's so many of these meanings that get formed really early, and they are built through repetition, through family atmosphere, emotional tone, parental stress, sacrifice, conflict, just all the examples that children watch around them.
This is important because people assume their money struggle is about discipline, laziness, or lack of knowledge. Often that's just too shallow. That's not what's going on because there's so much stuff going on underneath. And the real issue is because money has been linked to inside a system that, as Susan said earlier, was developed when you were a child and it cost you emotionally, and that you attach emotion with the belief system, and man, it's in there for good until we shift it. So, for example, if money means more responsibility, whew, and that's too overwhelming, then guess what? You're going to avoid it. If money means you're being judged, whether good or bad, and then you feel visible and that visibility is judged, guess what? You're going to avoid it. If money means becoming more unlike your family or like your family, then all of that may your brain and your subconscious may go, no. And then if money means success and success in your family is judged in a negative way, guess what? You're going to avoid it. So when someone says, I want more, but I keep holding myself back, the deeper question is not always, what am I doing wrong? What's wrong with me? Am I not enough? The better question is, what does more money mean inside my body, inside my brain, inside my identity? That is the real doorway to change.
So our first exercise that we're going to do is getting to some of those deep money scripts. So we're going to just do a little inventory right here. And we're going to begin, and we've done this a little bit before, but we need to repeat these kind of things to really get into those
Mhm.
roots. And so we're going to begin by identifying the field belief you grew up inside of. So again, as usual with our exercises, and if you can have a journal or a piece of paper, and pause the video if you need to, so that if you need more time to do this work. But we're going to start, and I want you to write a sentence at the top of the page. The money messages I grew up with were, and then I want you to we're going to take 30 seconds here and just write without editing. The money messages I grew up with were, and I just want you to write phrases, tones, family rules, judgments, fears, tensions, repeated messages. And now we're going to go one layer deeper and answer these questions. What felt unsafe? What got praised around money? What got judged around money? But from what you've written down, just circle the line that feels still emotionally active in you right now. And then place one hand over your heart and just repeat after me. I am open and willing to see what I learned. I am open and willing to see what I learned. I am open and willing to see what I carried. I'm open and willing to see what I carried. And I am open and willing to see what I can change now. I'm open and willing to see what I can change now. Take a deep breath.
Ooh, wow.
All right, Jennifer, you started with the, so what did you notice?
Well, the belief was there's not enough because I used to watch my mom sit at the kitchen table, and I think I've said this before in season one, is as she's has the bills scattered that she would cry at the table trying to figure out who to pay and
Right.
how to save money enough for groceries for at that time 6 kids were home. My two oldest brothers were already out of the house, but and when we got to the part, I'm going to go down go one layer deeper. What felt unsafe? It was like, whoo, that felt like,
Right.
how are we going to pay the mortgage? And if we can't pay the mortgage, I mean, I didn't say mortgage in my little girl brain, but I mean, I was a little girl when this happened. Where are we going to live?
Mm-hmm.
If we can't pay everything, where we're going to get kicked out, where are we going to live?
It's the
And then,
meanings that all flow in.
yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yeah. So it was very unsafe. Money was very unsafe. And when we got to, I'm reading the line, I am open and willing to see what I carried. It was this huge burden, it was literally a bag, like a brown burlap sack that I felt in my chest. That was my mother's. It was her burden that I was carrying because I'm
Mm,
an empath. I am, and when I was a little girl, I didn't know that. So
right.
I just naturally took on her pain because I didn't want my mom to feel that way. So yeah, I was like, oh, okay. I'm open and willing to see what I can change now. And my mom's been in spirit for since 2009. So it was like, okay, I don't need to carry her burden anymore. It's not
Mm,
her burden anymore. She's already released that.
yeah,
So it's like, and honestly, I did not expect this exercise to be so powerful
right. And I feel
because
like I
it's
just want
so,
to add
it's,
one more piece
mhm.
is if you're sitting with that, or anyone, that's watching this, if they're sitting with that still heaviness, I want you to give yourself permission right now. If the statement didn't do it, but then I want you to do this. Give yourself permission to take that, what you're carrying, wherever you noticed it in your body, lift it out from your body,
Mm.
and just put it into the dirt, Mother Earth, to be composted.
Oh, good idea.
You don't need to carry it anymore.
Mm-mm.
Doesn't need to even be processed in any way. So the earth
Yeah.
is our composting agent. So put it into the earth,
Let it go.
let it go.
Yeah, my chest feels so much lighter. So I was
Yes.
not, I was like, I was a little cranky this morning. Got a lot going on. And now I'm like, oh, I can smile.
Yay.
Yeah,
Yay.
that felt good. That felt good.
Awesome.
Continuing on, one reason beliefs are so powerful is that they do not arrive as opinions. Because if you, a lot
Yeah.
of people can go say to themselves, well, that's your opinion, not mine. But
Mhm.
they arrive in your subconscious as a lived reality, which was an example of what happened with my mother. I
Mhm.
lived that reality of taking on her burden. And if a child watch, watches your mother panic about bills, What's your belief systems that are being created? Associated, one of the ways is being associated with fear. For me, it was fear of not having a place to live, not having enough food. So if a child watches adults become controlling around money, money can become linked with power, intention. If asking for something creates shame, yeah, we were told never to ask for anything, then wanting more may feel dangerous. Yeah. Asking for more, that was a big no-no. That's why some of the beliefs can feel deeper than just simple thoughts. Some of the thoughts that you're saying about money, I can let that go. That's not true. But we're talking about the embodied conclusions, what's in your body, what your body learns, because your nervous system continually rehearses them over and over and over again. And then your identity becomes organized around them. So this is also why two people can react to money in opposite ways while carrying the same root fear. Two people can have two different reactions to the same fear. One person can avoid money completely, and another monitors it obsessively. Fear.
Yeah.
One overspends when stressed. One of my sisters does that. Another clamps down. Another one of my sisters does that and becomes hyper restrictive. Ooh, that hits home. And one, like for me, I undercharged for my services for a very long time. And another tends to overwork. All of that can be true within the same family system. On the surface, these look different, but underneath, both may be trying to protect something, protect against whatever belief system is in there, whatever that root cause is.
Yeah. Well, that matters because people judge the behavior without understanding the function of the behavior. If you don't understand what the pattern is protecting, you're more likely to shame yourself instead of healing yourself. A skeptic might say, oh, isn't that just making excuses? No, it's an explanation. It's not an excuse. It's kind of a map. And if you do not understand the root, you'll keep trying to fix the symptom while the core belief stays intact. So the truth is, if a belief can feel true simply because it was repeated, reinforced, emotionally charged, that doesn't make it the ultimate truth. It makes it a familiar truth, and a familiar truth can be updated.
So what we want you to do is take out your journal, take out or your piece of paper, and the phrase that you circled earlier, what was your one truth about money? We want you to read it aloud, slowly, one time. Now, close your eyes, take a deep breath, and notice where that belief lands in your body. Does it land in your chest, your throat, your jaw, your shoulders? Where is it showing up in your body? And if you're able, put your hand on that area. We don't want you to contort yourself. Just if it's on your chest, if it's on your stomach or your throat, just gently lay your hands there. And we're going to begin to make that shift safer to make by repeating this phrase. I am open to a fuller truth.
A fuller truth.
I am open to a fuller
To a
truth.
fuller truth.
We're going to say it one more time. I am open to a fuller truth.
Fuller truth.
And we want you to breathe in to a count of 4, 2, 3, 4. Hold 1, 2, and then exhale for 6. So slowly exhale. And we're going to do that one more time. Breathe in for 4, 2, 3, 4. Hold for 2, 1, 2, and breathe out for 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And hopefully you'll notice your shoulders beginning to drop as mine. I don't know if you could see mine, but I was like, oh yeah, I got relaxed. As you're doing this, take another deep breath in for 4, hold for 2, release for 6. And in your mind, ask yourself, what emotion sits underneath this belief? What's the emotion? Because as we discussed before, you attach an emotion to a belief and it's stuck in there. So we want to release that emotion. And this is not a test. So just whatever comes up, no matter how crazy it sounds, that's the correct answer. And you want to write that down and then say again with a deep breath, I'm allowed to feel this without staying stuck in it, and let it go. And you're going to repeat that as many times as you need to. I am allowed to feel this without staying stuck in it, and let it go.
I'm
And I
allowed
like
to
to
feel
like
it.
switch up the emotion. I am allowed to feel this without staying stuck in it, and let it go. And just repeat as many times as you need to feel that shift. And then take another deep breath. So what did you experience, Susan?
I'll start from the end. First of all, it took me about 4 times saying it, and I had to do, like you said, the more emotion and the I
Mm-hmm.
feel this, and I am, willing to let this go, and I'm open to a fuller truth. As I said it more, I could feel it more, and it truly
Mm-hmm.
did. Then it just totally let go.
Right.
And mine was similar to what one that you had mentioned earlier was about not charging
Mm.
for my services and my value and what I provide. And so the emotion of disappointment came up,
Oh,
and it was in my throat, and the first thing that came up is I'm constricted. And so just identifying those things and feeling it and noticing it, then when we said those I'm open to a fuller truth, it gave it gave me, peace and safety and ease to just let it go. Just by saying the words, it did the work. And breathing it for sure made the
yeah.
difference. Doing those breaths, because it has a place to go.
Yeah, it has an opportunity to move and move
Yes.
out of your body. And
Yes.
what I liked about this exercise is it just took us step by step. Step by
Mm-hmm.
here's the identity. Okay, I'm open. I'm allowing myself permission. I'm feeling it. And then, okay, I give myself permission to let it go. Okay,
Yeah.
I can let it
Yeah.
go.
Yeah.
Slow
And
but
and
sure, step by step.
step by step. And I guess I didn't mention this part, but I'm allowed to feel this without staying stuck and let it go.
Hmm.
That truly
Yeah,
was the real movement.
I'm
That
allowed to
permission
feel
and
it.
then letting it go. Yeah.
Yay.
Okay. Wow. So how many money beliefs really shape our adult life? This is where beliefs become visible in real life. So again, if your belief is money creates conflict, you may avoid taking or talking about rates, payments, bills, needs. If your belief is receiving is selfish, you might struggle with asking, pricing, accepting support. I mean, that's where mine all tend to go to.
Hmm.
If your belief is people with money are judged, you may sabotage your visibility, downplay your success, stay smaller than you really want to be. And if your, beliefs might be, I can't trust money, you might react to improvement with more anxiety than more peace. And you can have definitely way more than these and more than one of these. It doesn't mean you have to be, picking just one, but notice them, go through these exercises and notice them, because beliefs do matter. They don't just shape your thoughts, they shape your behavior, your capacity, your identity, and a level of abundance that feels safe.
Another way to say this is that your beliefs create filters. They determine what you notice. So think about it, what you fear, what you allow into your life, and what you reject even before you realize it, even before you realize you're doing it. In our previous season, season 1, episode 16, your brain filter, we explain all about that filter, and it's called the reticular activating system. So there's actually something in your brain that does this and creates this. So here is the important correction to simplistic mindset. Oh, yeah. People do not stay stuck only because they think negatively. That's a very simplistic version. They often stay stuck because an old belief still makes the next level feel emotionally expensive, whatever that expense is. This is what you're healing here. It's not just a sentence. It's a cost association. It costs you something to believe and feel this way. So if money feels like more loss, more guilt, more exposure, or more separation, then it makes perfect sense that your system resists it. Whatever that your money belief feels like, your system is going to automatically resist it because it doesn't feel good. It doesn't feel light. In this next exercise, your goal is not to force it, not to force your way past, because we want to sneak up on it, slow and sure, step by step. Our goal is to make a new relationship with money feel safer than the old relationship with money.
Mm. Perfect entry. So we're gonna go a little deeper here, and we're gonna let your body answer before your mind rushes in. Your body holds all the information of what's going on and what it remembers and how it's operating. So we are gonna just talk to the body and let it answer. And in this one, we're gonna do a reframe statement by placing one hand on your heart and one hand on your stomach. And we're going to say, this was learned and it is safe for me to release it now.
And it is safe for me to release it now. Ooh, that's powerful.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and we haven't even identified the questions because it just can work. I mean, these things can just come up in your thoughts in your mind and something you're feeling in your body without even asking the questions. We're going to do that, but without even asking the questions, this was learned and it is safe for me to release it now.
It is safe for me to release it now.
Okay. So here's one question. What beliefs about money struggle did I make real because they were familiar? What beliefs about money struggle did I make real because they were familiar? And then hand on your heart and your belly. This was learned and it is safe for me to release it now.
And it is safe for me to release it now.
Okay. What part of me believes I must repeat my family's money reality to stay connected to them? What part of me believes I must repeat my family's money reality to stay connected to them? And hand on your heart and belly. This was learned, and it is safe for me to release it now. And last one, what have I made dangerous about ease, financial support, or abundance? What have I made dangerous about ease, financial support, or abundance? This was learned, and it is safe for me to release it now.
It is safe for me to release it now.
This was learned, and it is safe for me to release it now.
It's safe for me to release it now.
Take a deep breath.
Ooh, holy moly.
Share with us.
Growing up, especially in a large family, and people who have a large family may understand this, is that it was all for one and one for all. You lived and breathed as the unit, no matter the age gap. And it's like the belief that popped up for me was, I can't have money unless my siblings have money.
Yes.
I can't be more successful than they are. Otherwise, I won't be a part of that one for all and all for one unit. And another belief underneath that was, I have to give it to them. I can make it, but I can't keep it because I have to give it to them so that we're all equal and we're all on the same plane financially. Which is in my brain, I'm like, well, that's not stupid, but it was like, What?
Yes.
I don't live with them anymore.
It doesn't have to be like that.
I haven't lived with them since I was 19, 18 or 19, somewhere around in there. Somewhere around in
Mhm.
there. I don't, I can love them and choose to help them financially if I choose it. Whew. Yeah, that was huge for me. Huge for me. So I was really excited when I got to do that exercise. So one of the deepest reasons beliefs are hard to release is that they're usually tied to belonging and identity, as we just uncovered for me.
Mhm.
So if struggle was normal in your family, which it was for mine, then ease may feel like disconnection, which I just found out. If sacrifice was praised, guess what? Then the full support, if you receive money, it may feel like you're being selfish. If people survived by staying cautious, then if you expand your reality, if you expand your living, you may begin to feel reckless. And then when you feel reckless, guess what's going to happen? You're going to contract yourself on all different levels, not just financially. So this means money healing is not always about new beliefs. It's not only about new beliefs. It's also about grief, differentiation, and as we said before, self-permission. You have to give yourself permission to allow a new reality in. And what we mean by differentiation is that you can honor what and where you came from financially or otherwise without repeating every pattern, without having to repeat that pattern. And the having is the most important word there. Because if your subconscious believes you have to do something, it is going to twist you in knots in crazy ways to make that having pattern true for you. And releasing that having, that's love. That's mature love, self-love. So a smart person or any other person may say, maybe people stay stuck because of real external things going on in their life, not just beliefs. And that's true and that matters. And external barriers are real because we've created them. Systems matter, circumstances matter, and we're going to address those in our next exercise.
Yes. And again, this episode is not denying any of that, but it's
Mhm.
also true that those internal beliefs can make external barriers even hard to navigate.
Mhm.
It's not an either or, it's a both and. And the deeper truth is changing your money life requires both practical action and internal liberation, freeing what's going on internally. And if the eternal belief is abundance is unsafe, then even
Mhm.
good strategies can feel hard to sustain. That's why this healing work needs compassion. Things like shame keeps beliefs rigid, but compassion creates enough safety to question them. And you are not attacking your past here. You are just choosing what gets to continue.
So are you ready? We're going to
Yes.
install a new belief system and integration,
Yes.
self-integration. So this time we are going to use another reframe because we want to reinforce a more positive belief system. And the reframe is this. We're going to give it to you this time. I am open and willing, and I allow myself to build a new money story. And we're going to repeat that 3 times. And you may feel kind of a little funny, but we're going to repeat it with different focuses, different emotional focuses on the sentence. I am open and willing, and I allow myself to build a new money story.
To build a new money story.
And a little softer. I am open and willing, and I allow myself to build a new money story. And you notice I put my hand on your chest. You can put your hand on your chest or on your belly. I am open and willing, and I allow
I am
myself to build a
build
new
a
money
new
story.
money story. I am open and willing, and I allow myself to build a new money story.
So just take a deep breath, sit up a little taller, relax that jaw, and just soften your tummy. Because sometimes that gets real tight. The next step is close your eyes And now imagine a version of yourself living from this new belief. I am open and willing, and I allow myself to build a new money story. So visualize yourself talking about money in a positive way with a smile on your face, receiving financial opportunities, and envisioning an overflowing, abundant bank account. And then place your hand on your heart and another reframe. I am becoming someone who can live with this new truth.
Live with this new truth.
I am becoming someone who can live with this new truth.
Becoming someone who can live with this new truth.
I
Yes.
am becoming someone who can live with this new truth.
I am becoming someone that can live with this new truth. Yay.
Take a deep breath. Allow that energy to move through your body. What did you experience?
What I totally loved about this is I didn't actually need to go think about what had happened, what was done, what I was storing. I could literally feel that new statement and then visualize myself just what you said. I could see the money overflowing. Well, the smile was the one that shifted everything in a second.
Yeah.
And so, oh, that was just like I just was beaming up. And then it said receiving financial opportunities. It was just like, yes, oh, that yes, there's one that yes. And everything was just so uplifting and yesing that I couldn't help but feel that that was the new pathway. It was just so automatic. That was
Mhm.
amazing.
I loved what you said. It's like you created a whole new pathway. And that's exactly what's happening in your brain. When you have a repeated belief system and a repeated thought, it like creates a groove. Not really, but it creates a chemical groove in your brain. And now you just shut off that old pathway and allowed the new, more fun, happier, abundant pathway to become the new
Yes.
truth.
Yes.
How
Ah,
cool, how cool is that?
so good. And so here's your takeaway. Just remember this. A money belief can feel true because it was repeated,
Mhm.
but repeating it doesn't mean the same thing as being permanent. You have permission to reframe your money beliefs starting now.
Right
You can
now.
notice an old belief and shift it anytime with any of these exercises, as simply as this was learned and it's safe for me to release it now. And then that total visualization and reframing into the future version is so, if you do nothing else, do that one over and
Yeah.
over.
Repeat the positive. So if you want deeper and faster transformation than these exercises can give you, come on over to my YouTube channel, Healing Peace Within LLC, and you'll find all sorts of different money subliminals and different money questions and clearing statements and all that good stuff to help you on your money journey, your money prosperity journey. How
Awesome.
awesome is that?
Yes.
Thank you for showing up today. We greatly appreciate your time.
And we'll see you next week for our next money episode.